Hi guys, hope you're all well and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at my dream Leica kit. Now I just want to explain that this kit is entirely what I love to shoot and my shooting style, so your kit may be completely different. However, let's get into it. So you'll be amazed to know that all my gear fits into this extremely tiny, I believe it's a, yes it is a Lower Pro Nova 1AW for those who are interested. Pretty sure they don't make this anymore. This was a charity find that I managed to pick up for a £5 and it just fits absolutely everything in there. Believe it or not, there is a camera and 3 lenses in this and a little bit more. So anyway, let's open it up and get involved, shall we? So, like I've just said, the kit consists of a camera and 3 lenses. Basically, I wanted a kit that I could have that would cover a vast number of things, either shooting street, shooting sort of landscapes and various bits and pieces like that, and then also again a tele lens that I could get a little bit closer if I'm you know, out having a walk and want to focus on something else, either in a landscape or, you know, portraiture or any bits and pieces like that. I wanted this kit to be the be all and end all for what I enjoy shooting with. So without further ado, let's first get out the camera, and we have on here a 50mm TTArtisan f1.4 on a Leica ME or a Leica M9. So 50mm Leica ME and a Leica M9. We then open up here, we have a Leica Elmarit-M 135mm 2.8 with goggles, that's important to add. And then if we just lift this up here, we have my lovely 21mm f1.5 TTArtisan wide angle lens with its added little eye optical, whatever you want to call it. So these lenses represent my whole entire kit. Now, you know, I want to talk about each lens a little bit because there is reviews of these on my channel. The 135mm review is coming, but with the 50mm and the 21mm I've already done reviews of, and you can link them up here on the cards. So basically, I come from a sports background, and after I got out of being a professional sports photographer for nearly 2 decades, I basically wanted something light that I could carry around, and I wasn't being lugging around all my all various bits and pieces of camera kit and lenses. I wanted a nice compact package, and that led me to the Leica M system. I've always been intrigued about Leica M's. I was very lucky to pick up a Leica M10R, which I reviewed, which I absolutely loved. I thought that was an absolutely amazing camera, and that kind of got me hooked on the Leica system. So eventually I ended up looking on eBay, having a look at stuff, various bits and pieces. Realised that a Leica M10R at the time, which was the current model, wasn't really in my budget. So I had to look a bit elsewhere. I had to look at the M240s, M262s, but I actually ended up with a Leica M9, or in my case the Leica ME, which is basically sort of the entry-level acquirement when the M9 was around. To give you a perspective, the difference between the M9 and the ME really basically is that there was a, what was it here? I can't remember which side it was. It was on one of the lug sides. You had a USB port where you could plug the camera directly into the computer. This doesn't have that, which actually I think is a lot better design than the actual M9, but it still has that amazing CCD sensor that I absolutely love, and it produces absolutely amazing colours. I absolutely love it. I've done a full review on this camera and also a year using it as well, that you can see on the channel. It's just absolutely fantastic. I love the colour images. I also love the black and white that this does. Now, I wanted to shoot street. That was my main goal. I wanted to, it was something completely different that I never thought I would be doing. And so I thought that was quite a challenge, but I've been looking at various photographers and seeing what they do, and seeing what lenses they use, what kind of style do I like. So I opted for a 21mm, which is extremely wide in the Leica M system. I know they do an 18, but 21 is pretty wide. They tend, a lot of street photographers tend to go for either, probably a 24 or 20. A 24 maybe is the top, or a 28mm. I wanted to be a bit different. I like going quite close, or also shooting from the hip. So I use this 21mm TTArtisan f1.4 lens. And do you know what? This lens is absolutely fantastic. I absolutely adore it. It's compact. Let me just put it on here a minute. But it is so compact. There we are. It really does. You just can't beat it. I absolutely love it. And because it's a 21mm and the Leica cameras only go up to a 28mm frame line, it means you're going to have this little finder at the top. So basically you would go to the rangefinder, you would make sure everything is in focus, and then you would move and have a look to see what is in focus. And now some people tend to look at it up here and then do a little jig up here to make sure that's what I'm looking for, but I want, because obviously you're looking higher than the lens is looking, so some people tend to do a little like that. I tend to think this is pretty spot on actually for a viewfinder, so I just kind of lay it up and click away. Again, this is extremely brilliant when I'm just sort of looking around the street and doing a bit of hip firing, or whatever you want to call it, because it's so wide you can be really close and people don't really know that you're taking photos of them, which is all what street's about, getting a candid moment in that space of time. And I think this lens is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely love it. It covers an extremely wide range. So if we, for example, if I put it down to f8 and I was shooting between, say people are around 2 meters away from me, or between about, I don't know, say 6-ish feet. Everything in focus from 1 meter, that's roughly about 3.5 feet, all the way up to nearly infinity is going to be in focus, which is absolutely fantastic for such a wide angle lens. So what I tend to do with this, I tend to shoot it on sort of good days around f8, and I just kind of shoot away, and I'm really happy with it. I think it's absolutely fantastic. The next lens on here that I tend to use a lot is the 50mm TTArtisan f1.5. Now, the TTArtisan lenses are heavily influenced by the Leica equivalents, however they're extremely affordable. The 21mm and the 50mm, which I both bought at the same time, was around £600. I believe I think they were probably around say $800 for both lenses. One's an f1.4 and the 21 is a 1.5. So, they're Summilux equivalent lenses, if you want to say that. I know a lot of people in the comments are going to go mental because I've said that. They are Summilux equivalents because of their f-stop, not because of their image quality. But on their image quality, I have not found any difference. I have used the 50mm Summilux f1.4 spherical, the brand new one, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's a brilliant lens. However, for the price, these TTArtisan lenses are really good value for money. They are absolutely excellent. Again, this lens, I absolutely love it. I shoot 50mm a lot for a wide range of things, and I think 50mm is really my sort of, it is definitely my go-to focal length. For, again, like I said, anything, the 50mm pretty much stays on here if I'm not shooting anything. I want to say anything other than street, but I do shoot street with the 50mm quite happily, and the 21 I tend to use when I'm really close up with big crowds and bits and pieces like that. Absolutely love it. It's an absolute dream. Now, let's get into the elephant in the room, because I know a lot of people are going to be asking about this. So the Leica Lights, I think it's Elmarit, isn't this one? Yeah, the Elmarit-M 135mm f2.8. There it is on my camera. Absolutely fantastic. This is the goggle version. This particular lens was made in 1970 and there was 1,500 lenses in that year made. It is an absolutely beast of a lens. As you can see, it is extremely big in compared to Leica M standards, but I can tell you what, it is an absolute dream to use. Now, the reason why I bought this over the slightly more modern, I think it's called the Elmarit. I think it might be called the Elmarit-M or the Apo. I can't remember what they call it now. But basically, like the 3.4 version of this lens, the brand new version. That does not have goggles, so that clearly goes on. You click it in, and it will give you the 135mm frame line, and it's absolutely tiny. It's like trying to basically focus a needle in a haystack. It's ridiculous. This, however, has the goggles, which magnifies your viewfinder. It gives external to the rangefinder as well, so you've got a great metering within the camera if you're doing any, like auto exposure metering, etc. But what it also does, this brings up the 90mm frame line and magnifies it in this goggle. So when you hold it up to the rangefinder, you can actually see what the hell you're doing. And I've said in the review, which is coming out, don't worry guys, that it's an incredibly, if you want to focus, the focus throw is very long. However, if your subject isn't moving and you want to make sure that you're getting critical focus, I think this lens is absolutely fantastic. It's f2.8, it's made by Leica Canada, and there's a lot of things that people say about these Canadian lenses from Leica. I can't remember his name because I know I absolutely butcher it, but I'll put his name up the top here. He really likes the Canadian Leica Lights glass. So I don't know, maybe there's something in that personal preference for him. Who really knows? But I absolutely adore this lens. I mean, it's managed to really, for me, to isolate stuff. And also, coming back from a sports background, I always wanted that long telephoto in my bag just to make sure that, if there was ever a need that I needed something longer, I've got it. This particular lens cost me £100, so roughly about $150 on eBay. It's a brilliant example. It's absolutely fantastic. It has a microscopic hood that comes out just like that. It can take filters on it, and it is an extremely compact lens that I can always have in my camera bag. And I think it's absolutely brilliant. I love it. Again, like I said, it just means on those rare occasions when I need a 135mm lens, f2.8 goes all the way down to f32. I have it in my bag all the time. And okay, fine, it isn't particularly the lightest thing in the world, but it's not really heavy either. So it's absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love it. Now, you're probably thinking, that's great, the camera gear is brilliant. I haven't actually spoken about, any laptops or anything else, and, you're just talking about your cameras. Well, believe it or not, I've actually transitioned when I'm taking all this kit out and I'm away. This is all I take with me. But I also have my phone with me all the time. So, hear me out. What I have been doing is, in here, I have a battery bank for my phone, obviously a charging cable for phone. In here, I have this little device, which is a USB-C to USB Type A adapter that goes into my Android phone. I then proceed to take my images from the SD card, plug them into this adapter, and plug them straight into my phone, and I edit all my images, if I'm away and I'm not near a laptop, on my phone, and upload them to a Dropbox folder, which when I'm back in with a stable connection or anything like that, I then download them to a hard drive via the internet from a laptop. But all my editing, I use Lightroom now on my phone. With Lightroom, I absolutely love it. You can, you know, edit stuff on the go. I mean, it's incredibly powerful now, and obviously Adobe keep updating it all the time. And for me, who's just sharing stuff on the go, you know, to social media, having to edit and do everything, you know, just on the phone, just for that, you know, that instant, is absolutely brilliant. And also, I know for a fact that because I'm shooting in RAW and also JPEGs, I can edit the JPEGs, I can edit the RAWs on my phone, and also send them to clients directly through Dropbox and email and all that sort of gubbin. So it's absolutely incredible what you can do now with just, you know, very limited kit. But I mean, that is basically my kit, guys, and what I love about it is I can take things like a 135mm lens with me, and it's just absolutely compact. I mean, you know, I can put it in and do it all. I mean, he fits in there, the 20mm with the thing in the bottom. Oops. Oh, if I can put the lens hood on without being an idiot. In here, no problem at all. I do take my ventilated lens hood off the 50mm just so it fits in there a little bit snugly, and put the camera in like so. With that, the vented lens hood goes at the side of it so I know where it is. External battery bank in the top there with cable. Put it in, go, like so, and then of course on the side here I keep the battery bank adapter, sorry, the power supply should I say, for the Leica ME. So with all of that done, that is my dream Leica setup, all in this bag. And I absolutely love it. This bag has been absolutely brilliant. It's been an amazing find for me. £5. I mean, Lowepro do amazing products anyway, but this has been absolutely brilliant and a really nice feature that I love. If I'm out doing everything is, I won't pull it out, but it has a wet proof covering over the top if the rain gets really bad as well. But in here, a 21mm, a 50mm and a 135mm lens. Absolutely brilliant. The 21 and 21 f1.5, the 50 1.4 and 135 f2.8. So incredibly fast kit in a really portable package. I tend to use the package with the shoulder strap. However, on the back of this it does have slip throughs, so you can put it either if you're hiking and you want to put it through another bag, you can do, or you can even, I've seen people actually wear these on their belts on their sides, a bit like a fanny pack, but I really enjoy this. But anyway guys, thank you so much for all the love and support that you've shown the channel recently. We finally hit over 500 subscribers, so thank you so much for that. It really does mean the world to me. Let me know down in the comments what your dream kit is or will be, or you want it to be. Let me know what lenses you're using in your kit. You know, would you change the 21 out for a 35 or a 28? Let me know down below, because I really want to get a discussion on what people are using and how they have gone from different setups to the Leica M rangefinder system. Again, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up. It really does help the channel. If you haven't, do hit the thumbs down. Leave some comments down below. But if you are new here, guys, I generally talk about Leica gear and photography and going out and about, doing photo walks of various bits and pieces like that. Either street, landscapes, nature, and various other bits and pieces like that. But so please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll know every time when I upload, because 95% of you actually aren't subscribers to the channel. So you know, if a few more people hit that thumbs up and that subscribe button, who knows, we might be on our way to 1,000 subscribers, which sounds absolutely insane. But anyway guys, thank you so much for all the love and support you've shown the channel. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers guys.